Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Nina steals Ava's next man, Rick replaces Drew as passion partner. General Hospital, GH, spoilers reveal that Ava Jerome, Maura West, recently gave Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, a heartfelt apology for all the drama that played out with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. Ava was quite the snake since she pretended she was willing to help Nina repair her marriage, all while sabotaging it and working to pull Sonny closer. Things got downright nasty thanks to Ava's betrayal and the messy fallout. Of course, Ava regrets her actions now, so she's grateful Nina's willing to put in the work and try to get their friendship back on track. However, it may be Nina who causes problems this time around. At some point, you can bet Nina will unleash her wrath on Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, for his playroom romp with Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen. There was a time when Nina liked hooking up with Drew herself, but this could ruin their vibe and completely turn her against him. Once Nina finds out Drew crossed that line, their own passionate encounters may be over for good. Naturally, that could leave Nina without someone to warm her bed at night. Who might Nina turn to for help with that? It may be significant that Ava's growing closer to Nina right as she's starting to crush on Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst. Nina obviously has a messy history with Rick, but they may not let that stop them from becoming passion partners in the future. Ava warned Nina not to let a man ruin her relationship with Willow, but it may be a man who ruins her relationship with Ava once again. GH writers might be rebuilding this friendship just to blow it up and leave Ava furious with Nina. It's easy to imagine Nina sharing a drink or two with Rick and comforting him over all Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaginos, family issues. One thing could lead to another and put Rick in bed with Nina. If Nina ultimately decides she wants Rick for herself, Ava may consider it a major betrayal. Nina may swoop in and steal the man Ava's after, so that could bring some soapy face-offs down the road. Based on our GH predictions, Ava and Nina's attempt to fix their bond could get complicated, so we'll pass along updates on any obstacles that might be looming. General Hospital spoilers say Nina and Ava's reconnection may end with bad news, so stay tuned. In the high-stakes world of General Hospital, relationships shift like sand, and trust is as fleeting as the latest plot twist. Recently, Nina Reeves has found herself back in Port Charles, hoping to mend fences and start fresh. But with her penchant for stirring drama, Nina's return may come at the expense of one of her closest allies, Ava Jerome, especially if rumors of Nina's romantic entanglement with Ava's newest interest, Rick Lansing, turn out to be true. With Drew Kane off the table and wrapped up in a dangerous mission, Nina's once steady romance is slowly fading into memory. Meanwhile, Rick Lansing's recent reappearance in Port Charles has brought new heat and mystery to the town. Rick, once notorious for his shadier past, is determined to rebuild his life and his relationships. Yet he's still a man of desires, and that desire may soon lead him into the arms of none other than Nina Reeves. Rick's comeback sparks curiosity, but who will he choose? When Rick Lansing returned, Port Charles was abuzz with questions. What brought him back? Was he here for redemption, revenge, or perhaps another chance at love? Rick's unexpected reappearance has put both Ava and Nina on high alert. For Ava, Rick presents the possibility of a strong, grounded partner, someone who understands her dark side but might still embrace her more vulnerable moments. With her rocky history with Nicholas Cassadine in the rearview, Ava feels ready for a fresh start. But Nina, who has always yearned for a connection that burns brighter than her past heartbreaks, finds herself intrigued by Rick's brooding charm. Since things with Drew have cooled off, Nina is lonely and restless, in need of excitement. a spark she believes she may have lost in her last few romances. And the more Rick and Nina cross paths, the more her interest grows. Rick becomes caught between two rivals. Will he play both sides? Rick is no stranger to conflict and manipulation, and being caught between two women who can be equally manipulative is a familiar role. However, this time he's on more precarious ground, as the two women are close friends. On one side, he has Eva Jerome, who sees in him a kindred spirit. Like her, he's been through fire and brimstone, and understands the complexities of living in Port Charles under constant scrutiny. Ava feels safe with Rick, someone who might not judge her for her past, and might even stand by her as she works to keep the darker parts of her life under wraps. On the other side is Nina Reeves, who has her own complicated history and a flair for unpredictability. Nina is bold, passionate, and fearless when it comes to going after what she wants. Rick knows that if he gets involved with Nina, he might be risking his chance for stability. Yet he's drawn to her allure, to the wild energy she seems to bring wherever she goes. Ava and Nina's friendship on the brink. Will Rick tear them apart? Ava and Nina have a friendship that has endured the trials of betrayal, secrets, and family feuds. But with Rick thrown into the mix, their bond may be tested like never before. Ava initially confides in Nina about her budding feelings for Rick, looking for support as she cautiously explores her new attraction. However, Nina is less receptive than usual, brushing off Ava's excitement and even subtly discouraging her from pursuing Rick. Things escalate when Ava sees Nina and Rick together at the Metro Court, sharing what seems to be a cozy, intimate meal. Ava's suspicions begin to grow, and she confronts Nina, hoping for reassurance that their friendship is unbreakable. But Nina, caught off guard, deflects, downplaying her interactions with Rick as just friendly and leaving Ava uncertain. Drew's absence paves the way. Will Nina let her heart wander? While Drew is away on a dangerous assignment, Nina feels the weight of his absence deeply. She tries to distract herself with work and spends long hours at Crimson, but even then, she finds her thoughts drifting to Rick. She wonders what it might be like to be with someone who's actually present, who can give her the undivided attention and passion she craves. Rick, unlike Drew, doesn't have the same moral rigidity. He has a dangerous edge that fascinates her. In a moment of weakness, Nina confides her loneliness to Rick, who listens with genuine interest and empathy. It's a simple gesture, but for Nina, it feels significant. Drew, for all his strength and nobility, has always been distant, a man bound by his code and often unavailable to her. Rick, however, is right there, and in that moment, Nina finds herself inching closer to him, breaking past her own boundaries. Ava sees through Nina's intentions. The gloves come off. Ava may have hoped Nina would respect her budding romance, but she isn't naive. She begins to notice the lingering glances between Nina and Rick, the hushed conversations, and the way Nina seems more defensive than supportive. Ava decides to confront Nina directly, refusing to let her supposed friend steal yet another chance at happiness. But Nina, now captivated by Rick, isn't willing to back down. Her desire has grown too strong, and she believes Rick could finally be the partner who can fill the void Drew left behind. In a heated exchange, Ava accuses Nina of betrayal, calling her out for hiding her feelings and sneaking around with Rick. Nina, in turn, blames Ava for being too controlling, never wanting to share the spotlight or let anyone else have happiness. The confrontation is explosive, revealing simmering resentments that have long been buried beneath their friendship. For the first time, Ava and Nina are not just friends or rivals. They are two women fighting over the same man, and neither seems willing to back down. Rick is forced to choose. Will he pick Ava's stability or Nina's fire? With both women vying for his attention, Rick knows he's on dangerous ground. He's flattered by their interest, but he also realizes he needs to make a decision. Ava offers him security, someone who understands his past and shares his shadows. Nina, however, represents a passion he hasn't felt in years, an exhilarating energy that makes him feel alive. In a moment of clarity, Rick decides to follow his heart rather than logic. He meets both women separately, letting them know where he stands. To Ava, he gently explains that while he admires her strength and resilience, he can't deny the pull he feels toward Nina. Ava, heartbroken and furious, storms off, leaving Rick feeling the weight of his choice. When he meets Nina, he confesses his feelings, and she's overjoyed, finally finding a man who chooses her, flaws and all. Yet both Rick and Nina are aware of the consequences. By coming together, they may have forever shattered a once strong friendship. For now, though, Nina revels in the fact that, for once, she didn't have to settle for second place. Fallout in Port Charles. Can Ava and Nina's friendship survive? As the dust settles, Ava vows to take back control. She's never one to stay down. And if she can't have Rick, she'll find a way to make Nina regret every second of their betrayal. Meanwhile, Nina and Rick's passion is undeniable, but they both know they've made an enemy of one of Port Charles' most formidable women. With Ava planning her next move and the town's gossip mills churning, Nina's relationship with Rick may come at a higher price than she ever anticipated. Will the spark be worth the fallout? Only time will tell in the ever-twisting lives of Port Charles' most complex residents.